The orders just showed up in my inbox. No big announcement, no fanfare, just a simple, temporary duty assignment. 3 days. It was on the same military base, just in a different building. I knew the building's shape, but something was off. The details were all wrong. The signs were old, faded. Unit insignia that had been retired years ago were still mounted by the doors. It felt like stepping back in time. Inside, the layout followed regulations that had been revised a decade ago. The offices were occupied, but it was strange. It was sparsely populated, and everyone worked in this focused, area silency. There was no small talk, no friendly chatter you get in a normal office. When I asked questions, people were polite, but their answers were short, almost clipped. We'd exchange names, but they never seemed to stick in my memory. Every time I was reintroduced to someone, it felt like the very first time we'd met. The work itself was smooth, unnaturally so. Reports were drafted, reviewed, and approved without a single hitch. No errors, no delays, no bureaucratic red tape. It was the most efficient 3 days of my entire career. Then, at the end of the 3rd day, the assignment just ended. There was no checkout process, no see you later, no formal farewell. I just walked out the door, and that was it. When I got back to my regular office, I tried to find a record of the temporary duty. Nothing. The orders were gone from my inbox. The emails simply never existed. I asked my colleagues about the building, mentioning its number. They all gave me the same puzzled look and the same consistent answer. That section was decommissioned years ago. It's been empty for ages. I felt a chill run down my spine. Weeks went by, and I started to think I'd imagined the whole thing. Then, a finalized report landed on my desk. As I read it, I recognized the writing style. It was mine, the signature on the approval line. It was a perfect match to one of the names I could unquite remember from that phantom office. The content of the report was accurate, necessary, and its recommendations had already been implemented. The work had been needed. It was like the system itself had created a temporary pocket in reality, a place for that essential work to get done. And once it was complete, the system just closed the door and erased the hallway that ever led there. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever had an experience you can't quite explain, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more strange tales.